Hey guys and girls, the crappie are spawning almost all over the South. They are in the process of spawning. A lot of them are not real shallow depending on the weather and where you live in the South. But here in Oklahoma, some of those fish have already moved really shallow. Most of them are still out in 6 or 8, 10 foot of water. The males are in 6 or 8, 10 foot of water. The females are out a little bit further than that. But I want to tell you exactly how to find those fish on most of our Oklahoma lakes, most of the lakes in the South. It's all the same depending on the type of water you're on. If you're on the lakes at lakes like here in Oklahoma, Grand Lake, Lake Tenkiller, Broken Bow, those type of lakes that are in the mountains, they have steep banks, really steep banks, and they have a lot of banks you can follow. You got bluff actions. Search out little small coves in those steeper type banks. Search out little small coves. So you go down a steeper type bank, maybe bluffs, it may be just a steep type mountain bank, and maybe you might be in 20, 30 foot of water where your boat is. You're going down through there. Search out the little small pockets, the little small indentions in those. They may only go back in there 15, 20, 30, 50 yards back in, a little small pocket. Fish the point, fish that back in the end of it, and you find out where those fish are. Crappie fishing this time of the year when they're spawning is a lot like bass fishing. A lot like bass fishing. You simply put your trolling motor down, put you on a crappie magic jig by Lucky Strike, little LES swimming minnow on it, and just throw it in there, throw it to bank, hit the bank, let it fall with the contour. If it's steeper, you're going to have to let it fall deeper. If it's shallower, it's going to go out shallower. Let it fall, simply wind it in. Slow roll a crappie jig is what you're doing. Slow rolling a crappie jig. Not vertically fishing, casting to the bank, slow rolling that back to the bank. Fish those small indentions in those steeper areas. Now, the other place where you'll find them is on pea gravel type bank. Pea gravel, that's little tiny gravel. They love to spawn on that. Now you can search out bigger coves and flatter type areas. So you're not going to be in the steeper side, but you're on the shallower side. You search out those bigger coves, start out on the points, start working in a little bit. And again, put your trolling motor down just like you're bass fishing, throwing a crankbait, throwing a spinnerbait, throwing a jig, whatever. But you're doing it now with a little crappie jig. You're doing a little crappie magic jig, a little piece of soft plastic on it, a curly tail like a swimming minnow. Works beautifully this time of the year, because as you're rolling that bait, that little tail's just going back and forth like that. Little curly tail on the back of that swimming minnow, just going just back and forth just like that. You're slow rolling that bait out just like you're slow rolling a spinnerbait. And going down the bank, when you catch a fish, obviously you make more throws in there. The males are in first, the females are back out in front of them. The males will be the darker color ones. Jamie yesterday caught a bunch of bass, and he caught, while he was bass fishing, he caught several crappie, maybe about 12 or 15 of them. He kept about 7 or 8 great big old black male fish to spawn, to flay out, and he flayed them out. And the males are the ones you want to try to keep. Turn the females back, the big fat females, turn those back, keep your males. A lot of the lakes in Oklahoma have 37 fish limit. That's way too many crappie to keep. Way too many crappie. Lakes like Tenkiller, where Jamie lives, my son Jamie lives, and has our boat dealership, Jimmy Houston Marine in Kawasaki 4-wheelers and mules we sell. And the males, and the males are big. Some of them are weigh a pound and a half, pound and a half. They're big males. Those are the ones you want to fillet. The ones that's got the big bellies on them, the white looking ones, and they're females. You want to turn those back. But check out those bluff type areas, the little pockets, the little coves in there. And then on the flatter side where you have the pea gravel, check out the little bit bigger pockets. And now they will get in big pockets. They like little pockets. And if you find a big creek running up through there, a big pocket running up there, go in that pocket and check the little pockets there. Not the whole big pocket. Don't fish all that. Just fish the smaller ones. That's where they like to spawn. Go out there and whack those crappie. Have a ball. This is a wonderful time of the year. I love it. You can take that crappie jig. Jamie caught quite a few bass yesterday on a crappie jig too. Roland Martin and I did a show this last week trying to catch crappie. We only caught 7 or 8 crappie, but we caught about 30 bass. On that little crappie magic by Lucky Strike with a little swimming minnow on it. Caught about 30 bass, and we caught about 7 or 8 big crappie. Most of the crappie you're catching now up shallower are males. The big females are right out in front of them. Go out there and have your ball. This is just a wonderful time of the year. All the mountains and the woods are turning green. The grass is turning green. God has given us another spring. Let's go out there and enjoy it. And remember, I sure do love you.